Just like to say one thing. I did not hear David Cunliffe say that the Labor Party was going to introduce a capital gains tax or a land tax, and the reason I did not hear that is because the Honourable David Cunliffe did not say it at all. Mr Chair, I have tabled an SOP to this bill. The intent of this SOP is to exempt local authority rate payments for residential properties due during the 2010-2011 financial year from the GST increase legislated to come into effect on the 1st of October 2010, and I urge the government to support it. Mr Chair, there are two reasons why I've introduced this SOP. The first is because I have a very real concern about the impact of the GST increase on the vast majority of New Zealanders. The second reason is because I believe we need to do something about it. Mr Chair, the government has already recognised that the increase in GST has caused a number of issues for taxpayers. Accordingly, it has introduced amendments to exempt a number of contracts and transactions, such as 5-year finance leases, lay-by sales, insurance contracts, from increased GST rate over a transition period. Local authority rate instalment payments are similar in principle and practice. They are a contract between the local council and the homeowner, for which an invoice has already been sent. While councils are offering to charge GST of 12.5% to ratepayers who can pay their bills in one lump sum as they fall due on the 1st of July, many New Zealanders are not in a position to take advantage of that offer. Those unable to pay in full will be required to pay some of their annual rates bills at the current 12.5% GST rate and some at the new 15% rate, putting them at an additional disadvantage compared with those able to pay in full. Essentially, those least able to afford it will be required to pay more. And Mr Chair, I do not think this is fair. This SOP amends the bill to ensure that no ratepayer is unfairly disadvantaged by the increase in GST over the transition period. Mr Chair, I'd like to make the point that times are tough for many hard-working New Zealanders at the moment, and if I take the example of Napier electorate, the median income is only $22,700, and 73% of people in Napier earn below $40,000. Napier is a city typical of many around the country where a significant proportion of the population will see very little, if any, benefit from October the 1st tax cuts. And when you add in the impact of GST, the family budget is going to be stretched to breaking. Many of these fine people are, however, living the Kiwi dream. They own their own home. They have saved hard and they take pride in the fact that they are bringing up a family, or they brought up a family in their house. However, the cost of owning this house is about to increase. Residents do, by and large, understand that rates go towards paying for essential services in the community. This time, however, a portion of any increase will not go towards improving their community, but into the pockets of the government in the form of GST. Times are tough out there, and anyone who doubts this just should go and talk to the budgeting advice services operating in their community. I have, and I do on a regular basis, and I know that these fantastic people are beginning to see a different type of clientele. Homeowners who have lost their jobs that once provided good incomes. This is hugely concerning. Mr Chair, I urge the government through the Minister of Revenue to cut the good people of New Zealand just a little bit of slack and support this SOP that exempts local authority rate payments due during the 2010-2011 financial year from the GST increase legislated to come into effect on the 1st of October 2010. This is fair. This is just. We are on the side of angels here. We do not want the good, hard-working people of New Zealand to be disadvantaged anymore. Mr Chair, I urge the government to support this SOP. Thank you.